Shalom, coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Kadash. Double honors the apostle of the great millstone, and to hopeful like pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This lesson is going to be titled, Can't Escape Judgment, Esau. Mr. Esau, you can't escape judgment. Right? Because, if you've been paying attention, or really, if you've been watching the videos of the apostles and other elders, and just if you're on your YouTube and you're watching videos, sometimes ads come up for other Christian pages. You can see how you have these Edomites talking, saying, "Oh yeah, we can," they're talking about salvations for everybody and all this stuff. It's just you think you have to think what scriptures are these guys reading? What book are they reading? They're obviously not reading the Bible. They're not reading all the pages in the Bible, And Esau's always trying to find some type of loophole or some type of hole that doesn't exist to say that they can be saved and there's salvation for everybody, right? And they always say salvations for everybody because they know if they say everybody, they're included with everybody. They won't say salvations for Esau because they know they're Esau. So they're going to say salvations for everybody. Man. Okay, Jeremiah 4:49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. That's happening right now, right? Esau's being made bare. And in a sense, made naked, right? All their secrets are being made known to everybody, right? I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not, right? So that's happening right now. We're going to read up to 13. Leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive, and let the widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Right? Because they made everyone else drink of the cup, right? So they're going to drink of that same cup, right? So the Most High is going to punish them. That's what he's saying. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste. So he's making a promise, a contract, an oath that he's going to make Esau, because Basra, I believe, is a city back in Edom, I believe, right? So Basra is a city. So you use that as present day Basra, which is going to be America, right? Shall become a desolation. So he's going to destroy it. And desolation, let's go into the word desolation. Let's go find it. Because that's a very specific word. He didn't say he's going to destroy it. He says make it desolate. Desolation. Sorrow, grief, personal affliction, action of laying waste, destruction or expulsion of inhabitants. Oh man, hopelessness. Look at me, hopeless. There's no hope for them. There's no hope for them. No hope whatsoever. Despair. Leave alone. Desert. Make lonely. Yeah, so you got the point. Okay. Desolation down here. The state of being decayed or destroyed. A bleak and desolate atmosphere. Sadness resulting from being forsaken or abandoned. An event that results in total destruction. Shit. Wow. And the Most High said he made this is a promise. He said he's going to do this. So there's no hope for America. There's no hope for Babylon. There's no hope for Esau. Right? Because some of Esau is going to survive. Right? Right? Some of them is going to survive to be put into shackles, right? The top banking families are going to be put into shackles to be slaves. So there's some of them, they will survive in those bunkers, only to be put into slavery. So that's what I mean. There's no hope, hopelessness. They have no hope whatsoever. Okay. So we're at 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual Wastes. Waste. Slack. All right. Oh boy. And the top banking families know this. Like, they know what's gonna happen to them. They know. Now, the whole joke is still, even though they know this, they're still in a state of, they still think they can somehow overturn the prophecies, right? That's why they're not telling the people what's really happening, because they know if they tell them, they're gonna panic. So that's why they're letting these Christians believe that they can be saved, that salvation is for everybody. It's just to keep everyone occupied while they make their preparations for themselves, you know? So we're going to read up to 31. Romans 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? So, yeah, perfect. So, like, these Christians don't believe that, they don't believe Yahweh is a so-called black man, right? So-called, because there's no such thing as black people. I should say so-called Negro, because that's still no such thing as the byword. They don't believe that Yahushua is a so-called Negro. They don't believe the Israelites are the so-called Negroes, the Latins, and the Native Indians. They don't believe those are the people. They don't believe that Yahushua, who is not Jesus Christ, but Yahushua, the son of Yahweh, who is just referred to as God, is coming to save only the Israelites. And within the Israelites, only the elect of Israel. Right? They don't believe that. They don't believe that salvation is only for Israel. They believe salvation is for everybody, right? They believe that Esau is destroyed. They don't believe Esau exists. And if they believe Esau exists, they don't believe it's them. Even though literally, like, if you read the characteristics of Esau, it points to them, the so-called white people, right? But they don't believe it. They don't believe any of these things. And this is only a little bit of the stuff that I'm listing. Like, there's so much more that they don't believe. But, like the scripture just says, Romans 3 and 3, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? And the answer is no, right? Just because they don't believe doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Just because I don't believe I have a tumor, I have cancer, right? Even though the tests have shown that I have it, just because I don't believe it doesn't mean I'm not gonna die. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna die of this cancer. I still have it. I can believe all I want, but the cancer's gonna grow and I'm gonna die. So it's just like these people, these Christians, these Edomites. They want to believe all these things, but it doesn't mean it's still gonna happen, right? Who are you? Right? You're just a little ant on the grand scheme of things in the Most High's movie, right? For verse 4, for Yahweh forbid, yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of Yahweh, what shall we say? Is Yahweh unrighteous, who taketh vengeance? I speak as a man. Yahweh forbid, for then how shall Yahweh judge the world? Right? For if the truth of Yahweh have more abundant through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner? Right? So I can keep reading, but the point has already been made. The point is that it doesn't matter what other people believe. If the Most High says this is going to happen, it's going to happen. It's just that simple. Okay? So we're going to go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Yeah, another example. Even you have Israelites that know they're Israelites, like Nate, that are not. I think Nate said that he doesn't believe that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, even though if you go into the if you go into the mark of the beast in Revelations, you actually break down the words. It points literally to the mark to the RFID chip. It doesn't actually point to the vaccine, right? Now some people are saying it's the vaccine, but it doesn't make sense because, well, the people are being deceived to take the vaccine, which is true. But and even with the vaccine, it seems like people are going to be it's going to be a way where it's going to control where people are buying or selling, which is not really happening yet. It's more like the whole passport thing where you can't travel, you can't do those type of things, right? The whole buying and selling hasn't happened with the Maxine. The Maxine is going to lead, like Apostle Tahar and other apostles have said, it's going to lead to the actual chipping of people, right? Because another example why it can't be the Maxine's not getting put in your right hand or in your forehead. No one's taking a syringe in their right hand or in their forehead. That's not happening. When you get a Maxine, it's in your arm, right? Like near like your shoulder or your bicep. That's usually where they give you the injection, right? Maybe even in your forearm. Maybe in your forearm, but it doesn't go in your right hand. They don't put it in your forehead. So it's obviously not that. Until that happens, it can't be that, right? So that's why it makes sense that it's going to lead or usher into the chipping, right? Because the next step is chipping people, right? Because the next step, they're going to be like, well, okay, we need to make proof that you've been vaccinated. So we're going to make everything convenient. You're not going to have to wait in this line, right? We're just going to put it on this chip, right? And all you have to do is scan it, and we know when your next vaccine, when you've taken your vaccine, and when you're due for your next one, and all your information is going to be on your passport. Everything's going to be very simple. You don't have to carry your stuff anymore. That's what's going to happen. That makes more sense. Now the scriptures still say watch and pray, but that makes more sense, especially according to the prophecies, right? Because I haven't seen anyone get a vaccine in their forehead or in their right hand or in any of their hands, right? So that was a side tangent, but I mean, you still need to know that, because you don't want to think that, okay, I didn't take the vaccine, so that means I'm one of the elect. No, no, you have a higher chance, right? Because the scriptures say, do not trust thine enemy. So you can't trust anything Esau gives you, right? They're the enemy. You have no idea what's in those vaccines. No idea, right? Deuteronomy 7:6, and we're going to read to 10. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord power Yahweh, and the Lord thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, of all people that are upon the face of the earth, and is referred to Israel. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest. For ye were the fewest of all people. Yeah, so Israel at that time were the fewest of all people on the planet, right? He's saying that's not why he picked you, But because the Lord loved you, right? The Lord Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had